Jennifer and welcome back to my channel. Today's Zodiac makeup is the Libra look. My husband is a Libra and I'm pretty sure he has no idea what that means. When I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna do a look with scales, he literally looked so confused. He thought I was like saying fish scales, and for some reason he thought Libra was like the lion sign, and I was like, no, that's Leo. Anyway, so he looked it up. We're all good now. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by covering my brows. In hindsight, I probably did not need to do this step because the arms of like the scale ended up being where my brows were. So especially if you have like lighter color hair, I think you can just go ahead and skip this step. I didn't even have orange color corrector, so I used like an orange blush, which ended up not working very well anyway. But I did my best to cover up my brows, and then I'm going in right now with some foundation. This ended up being my winter color foundation, and I thought I was this pale, but I wasn't. So then I had to bronze my foundation to get my color back to where it was supposed to be. Anyway, to start with the actual creative makeup part, I'm going to take this oil-based, grease-based face paint from Amazon. This is a very affordable version of it. And on the lighter day side, I'm using white, yellow, and some beige kind of mixed together. And then on the darker side, the night sky side, I used a combination of black, navy blue, and a little bit of maroon in there as well. I'm doing this sort of like day and night type balance scale. Then for the rest of the look, I'm actually going to go in with water-based face paints. The Mehron one is my favorite. You will see me use this all the time. And I like to use the grease-based face paints for any like wide coverage stuff. But then any detail work, I like to use the Mehron water-activated face paint. So I'm doing the sun side, and I'm taking orange because I thought yellow would have just blended into sort of like the white-yellow background too much. But I did go over the yellow with, I went over the orange with a little bit of the yellow just to give it a little more dimension. And then I started painting the sun rays on as well with the orange. Went back in later too with a little bit of yellow. I don't know if you can really tell. For the night sky half, I used the light blue to paint my crescent moon. I really wanted the crescent moon to be a little bit thinner, but I was trying to get it even and it just became like thicker and thicker. You know how it is when you like do your wing and you try to get it even and it just becomes bigger and bigger. So then anyway, I just took like a more bold blue and watered it down a little bit and brushed it over parts of the light blue to give that a little bit more dimension. Then I used the white out of that same Mehron palette, just dotted on some stars. I felt like that added a little bit to the look. Next, for the scale part, I am not going to go with like a full scale that like is standing on a base. I'm just going to use one that sort of like hangs from the top per se. And I'm just kind of painting different shapes on that might resemble a scale, like an artistic scale. And like I said, the arms of the scale ended up being my eyebrows. So I probably did need to cover my eyebrows from the beginning. The gold, I struggle with gold face paint sometimes because I just don't feel like it shows up all that well. And so I'm taking some black water face paint, same from the Mehron palette. I'm watering down parts of it. I'm not watering down parts of it. And I'm just kind of like swiping it through some of the gold just to make it look kind of antique brassy. And it helps it pop out from the face a little bit more. Then I took a really long, this is like a nail design brush actually, to paint the like strings that the scale would be hanging from. But yeah, I just finished up the look with some lip oil and some colored contacts. I tried to pick one that like fits the vibe on each side. And then I added some lashes to finish off the look. So that is it for my Libra tutorial today. I actually really love how it turned out. I am just so glad I did not mess up those like scale lines. I did not want to chance making them any thicker because it was gonna ruin like the sun and the moon underneath. I'm so relieved that that went well. I know with Libra season, that means spooky season is coming. So if you have any spooky season tutorial requests, leave them down below. I will try to do it if I have confidence that I can execute it. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!